What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. I'm happy to be back. It's Tuesday. Oh my God. Am I actually happy to be back? I cannot shake whatever is going on with me. It's been like 2 weeks. Getting hammered on Saturday night probably didn't help, folks, but I need to celebrate. At some point, I need to celebrate. But I did, and now I'm here. And I'm back at the right time, right? We got some exciting news. People now know about Algorand. We got them all talking, folks. Damn, what a day. What a day yesterday was, right? I looked at the markets. Folks, we're running out of sellers. We're running out of sellers. This is interesting. It's hard to figure out how this is going to play out, but anyways, folks, today is Tuesday, tax day. So file your taxes or file your extension. Get your stuff done if you're in the United States. Good morning to all of you that are here in the States, and good afternoon, good evening to everybody else. I'm Cooper from the ReCoop. And we've got a lot to talk about. We'll look at Gary Gensler's prepared statements for he's testifying before the House, and I think there's going to be some House Republicans calling for that man to be fired, and I agree with them. Goodbye, Gary. I have to say, and I said in a tweet right before I started, or 30 minutes before I started, that I do see some interesting things, and there's a lot to navigate with this whole SEC thing and Bittrex lawsuit. But there's certain things that stood out to me. We're going to talk about it. We're going to dive in. We're going to look at some of the funnier things that came out of this. We're going to read through. We're going to, like I said, we'll look at Gary's statement. We're going to make sense of it. We're going to see that the crypto markets don't give a fuck, and they keep on going up. Going up on a Tuesday. Isn't that a song, guys? Let's look at the chat. How are you guys doing? What's up? Good morning, Rumi. Thanks for being back in the building. Good morning, CJ. First thing I thought when I read about SEC is this is bullish. Lindsay, I like the way you think. I have to admit, my first thought wasn't this is bullish, but my first thought was like, what? Algo is like OMG and Donkey Rider and friggin' Slapdick Token and Algorand. Brought to you by Turing Award winner Silvio McCauley. I'm just kidding. Dash is a long Dash is it's been around for a long time as well. OMG, I remember that. I didn't know much about the other ones. Mana from Decentraland was also named in the lawsuit. It didn't get the treatment that Dash and Algo got. It just got a little mention. We'll look at it. I still have my blueberries in my teeth. I can tell. Nobody wants to see my blueberries, folks. All right. Hey, what's going on? Maximus, you're here. How you doing? You're getting old when you're still feeling a hangover 2 days later. But to be honest, I feel like I'm feeling a hangover from 2 weeks ago. To be honest, I am not. Look, what I'm learning, I've been doing this for what? I'm waking up at 4:30 a.m. for nearly, I don't know what it is, 9 weeks now. I'm not even paying attention anymore, folks. But for about 9 weeks, and waking up at 4:30 with my living situation with 3 children and, having to make money outside of this and all the different things that I've got to do in my life. It takes incredible discipline for it not to break me down. And folks, I'm still working on that discipline, but it's also just like diet and going to bed at the right time every single night. And man, one of the first shows I did when I started doing this in the morning, I said, I don't remember what I said exactly, but I said something along the lines of like, what have I done to myself? And it's true. It's true. It's interesting, but I still believe that I can get myself in fighting shape, get up at 4:30 like Mark Wahlberg. Got to be like Jocko Willnick and Mark Wahlberg, folks. I got to do it. Probably means I need to lift more weights and have a better diet. Anyways, okay. There we go. What's up, music and NFTs? Pedro, what's going on? Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for coming back. I know I wasn't here Friday. I wasn't here Monday. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? But it's an exciting week. We got tax day, like I said, today. We got Gary. I believe Bank of America had some good numbers today. So all the big banks, which we talked about this last week, there was in the mainstream media being like, ooh, we don't know what the big banks are going to deliver. And I'm like, really? You don't know what the big banks are going to deliver? Why would the big banks be in trouble? Everybody is consolidating in the big banks. And they have extremely high rates. I mean, I guess unless they were trapped like some other banks with a whole bunch of, so the big banks were always going to be fine. Goldman Sachs didn't have a great report, I think. Johnson & Johnson did. So we're in earnings season. It has not been that bad. And the markets are still looking April-ish. You know what I mean? Let's look at it. You guys want to look at it before we talk about everything else? Let's look at it. All right. Okay, let's get back to it. We're back, folks. We're back. All right, let's go first. We'll just go to CNBC. Let's see what futures are doing. If there's any kind of headlines that we shouldn't miss. All right, let's go back here real quick. Sweet. Here we are. Futures are looking good. NASDAQ's up almost a point. I mean, these are pretty even. NASDAQ's is outperforming the Dow and the S&P. Oil's pushing down. The 10-year's pushing up. Apple's going to do a savings account with Goldman Sachs. So, Goldman Sachs is behind the Apple Card. And now they're going to be behind the 4% savings account. That won't last. Well, I guess it will last for as long as interest rates are high. Stock futures are flat Monday night. Yeah, Bitcoin dips below 30,000. I think that you need to update that headline there, CoinDesk. All right, none of this is looking like there you go. Jalen Hurts, $255 million contract sets an NFL record. He got it with an all-woman management team. There you go, Jalen. Look at you. Look at you, Jalen. Congratulations on your big contract. Warriors are down 2-0 against the Kings. I'll be going to the Clippers-Suns game on Thursday. I'm excited about that. Little birthday gift for a Warrior fan. Clippers playoff game. It's what you call a birthday gift for my son on my birthday. All right. So that's cool. All right, let's go to Bloomberg real quick. See what those animals are doing. Did I not refresh this? Did this need to be refreshed? Yeah, I guess it was a little better than maybe it needed to be refreshed. All right. So what are you guys seeing? Let me make sure you guys are seeing the right thing. You guys are seeing the right thing. Cool. There we go. If you think like a trader, trade like one. Okay. All right. Goldman traders miss out on Wall Street's fixed income boom. B of A tops estimates as fixed income traders fuel profits. Okay, so B of A did a good job with the fixed income stuff. Goldman traders did a bad job with it. BNY Mellon's deposits beat analyst estimates. Well, yeah, because, for one, Circle had to move all of their reserves over to BNY. BlackRock sees big investors boosting private equity. Nigeria inflation is going up. Canada inflation slowing. All right. None of this stuff is all that interesting. So we're just going to move on from the macro. Let's go to CoinDesk real quick. Sweet. So any headlines here? And then we're going to dive into Algorand. Coinbase can move away from U.S. if no regulatory clarity. CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong. Anything is on the table. Man, the SEC, what a joke. Yeah, push it away, folks. Push it away. Look at that guy. Bitcoin financial services firm Unchained Capital raises $60 million. Cubist launches bank-grade Ethereum key management service. Okay, interesting. I kind of want to read that, but I also know we have a lot to talk about today. Okay, Bitcoin regains 30,000 as alts heat up. The biggest crypto bull cycle is upon us, Bernstein. Okay, what are you talking about? Let's hear it. Give me your position, Bernstein. I agree with this. Macro catalysts are lining up for Bitcoin. Let's see what you're saying. FTX's collapse was a catalyst for a new bullish cycle in cryptocurrency markets, Bernstein said in a research report Monday. The crypto exchange's demise cleaned up the final tranche of toxic crypto leverage and taught digital asset investors the importance of decentralization and self-custody wallets. Macro catalysts are aligning for Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, with continued weakness in U.S. regional banks and further deposit outflows toward money market funds and the big four U.S. banks, all reflecting concerns about the centralization of money. Any potential dislocation, whether on the bank's credit side or on the sovereign side, positions Bitcoin perfectly as a safe haven asset alongside gold. Okay. Bitcoin has rallied 80% this year, with prices surging 23% in March amid multiple bank failures in the US. Ethereum's native tokens up 76%. Ethereum implemented the highly anticipated Shapella hard fork last week. Yeah, they did. The Ethereum blockchain's fees are up threefold. Yeah, get those fees up, reflecting the growing user intensity and token prices post FTX. Per Bernstein, the crypto cycle is still not fully appreciated, with a number of positive factors lining up. These include macro catalysts, a new Bitcoin mining cycle, the continued successful upgrades of the Ethereum blockchain, and the success of Ethereum scaling systems such as Arbitrum. The opportunity to build a new institutional financial stack on the blockchain remains a worthy goal, and serious participants remain focused on the long term. All right. I mean, that seems pretty. It seems good. Look, like I said at the top of the show, like it feels like sellers are gone. Where are they? Who's going to sell at this point? Look, if you're bearish on the current situation, you're looking at a couple of things. Where are the sellers? I think that many the liquidity is still low, and that's because a lot of U.S. big money aren't participating. A lot of big money in the U.S. isn't participating right now because they're seeking regulatory clarity. Those big firms in Chicago that was doing a lot of the market making on Binance and all of these things have had to pull back. So we were getting this highly correlated crypto market because of the massive US money that was able to move markets. But right now, there's other people in charge. Now, what you are, if you're a bear, what you're looking at is you're like, all right, well, there's two entities that if they're forced to sell in any capacity could just completely destroy the market. And those two entities would be Justin Sun and CZ from Binance. You're looking at that. You're looking at that shoe to drop and thinking that that's going to do something. But if you saw yesterday, look, folks, Bittrex got sued by the SEC. They named things they've avoided so far to really kind of point out any cryptocurrency that is a security in the past. And they decide now it's time, and they lead with Algorand. It's so ridiculous. But we're going to get into that in a second. All right, let's look at the prices. Okay. So we sunk below 30,000 yesterday. It was like I think it got down to like 29.92, so it's in a tight range right now. But 30,333.69. So there's lots of threes. This is a divine number right now. Go buy. I'm just kidding. Over 2,100 for Ethereum. Volume is about where it's been at, but yeah, 17.9 is nothing like to brag about for Bitcoin volume. BNB is doing well. All of it's doing well. XRP is even. There was weird news. We'll look at that before we talk about Algo. We'll just real quick. There was some interesting news about XRP, some concerns there. Cardano is very strongly above 40 cents. For the past couple of weeks when I was here, we were looking at that, trying to get up to 40 cents. So we're seeing some upward movement here. Solana's over 25 bucks. Polkadot is flirting with $7. We haven't seen that in a bit. Litecoin's over 100 bucks. We haven't seen that in a bit. I don't think that that's very high volume for Litecoin. Okay, Monero 161. That's within the range that it usually is. Arbitrum. Oh shit, I haven't been looking at Arbitrum. What the hell? Should have bought that at 115, folks. That's up 44% over the last week. 177. There you go. Play that shitcoin if you want. Near successfully. We were at $1.99 for so long. Look at Near getting some love. If ALGO is a security, though, by the way, if there's like some doomsday where ALGO really is a security, and Near and many like it are going to be a security as well. VeChain will be a security. They all will be. Algorand is up, actually. Well, I guess not up for the last 24 hours, but barely down. So we're running out of sellers. All right. Decentraland, barely affected as well. Still up 12% over the last 7 days. Still up 5% over the last 24 hours. And they were also named in that lawsuit. All right. Real quick, I'm sure you guys saw this, but I'm just going to blaze. This is from a couple days ago, but it's interesting. It's in the context of what we're talking about today. Ripple's new liquidity hub excludes XRP, at least for now. Ripple keen to support XRP and new products when U.S. liquidity for asset and customer demand warrants it, company executive tells Blockworks. As Ripple Labs remains locked in a lawsuit with the SEC about whether XRP is a security, the asset is not yet part of its newly launched liquidity hub. While some have questioned whether the decision is a signal the company is bearish on its asset, amid a lawsuit with the SEC, executives at the crypto company clarified the reasoning for excluding the asset Monday, adding that the emission could be temporary. Ripple revealed its intention in November of 2021 to launch Liquidity Hub, a product using smart order routing to source digital assets at certain prices from market makers, exchanges, and OTC desks. The hub would offer access to XRP, Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Bitcoin Cash. Ripple said in a blog post last week, its liquidity pools would cover BTC, ETH, the ones, all of them, except for XRP. XRP will be evaluated along with other tokens for support within the product. We look forward to supporting XRP as it receives regulatory clarity in the U.S. The SEC alleged in 2020 that Ripple Labs and two of its executives raised more than $1.3 billion in 2013 through what it deemed to be an unregistered security offering of XRP. The case is ongoing. An SEC complaint against Bittrex filed Monday named 6 tokens listed on its platform, Dash, Algo, OMG, and all those other ones as securities. Regulatory clarity is important to the enterprise customers for which the hub was designed. So he added that the low liquidity for the asset in the U.S. was another reason XRP wasn't included. Our product team has been very clear. Liquidity Hub was built to access all kinds of crypto liquidity, not just XRP. Our target liquidity customers today, mainly institutions in the US, want access to a variety of tokens like BTC, ETH, and stablecoins. The chief legal officer added that Ripple's on-demand liquidity product has for years and will continue to use XRP. Brad Chase, Ripple's head of liquidity products, told Blockworks in an email that Ripple is keen to support XRP for Liquidity Hub when we can provide a good customer experience and based on customer demand. Taking the cautious approach, attorney John Deaton, who led a class action lawsuit against the SEC alleging its enforcement action was harming investors, said in the Twitter space Monday that he wouldn't blame people for viewing Ripple's decision as a slap in the face. Still, he added the decision for Ripple to exclude XRP wasn't surprising and likely makes legal sense. They're offering liquidity for businesses. So it isn't that Ripple isn't still believing that XRP is not a security. It's about what are these businesses' appetite for risk, and are they going to include or engage when there's this one token that's being hotly debated and contested as being a security. All right, so you guys get the point. They're being careful. I remember, and I don't know if it was John Deaton or if it was that other popular, what's his name? I don't know. He's a super popular XRP guy. But one of them, I remember a few months ago, they were floating the idea that potentially Ripple could have to ditch XRP to save Ripple. And I know that sounds like FUD, and I know that the XRP people are intense. So I don't really mean that to be FUD, and I have no horse in this race. It matters nothing to me. All I'm saying is that I do remember that being said by people that are important in this ecosystem. And this wouldn't disprove that, I would think, and they're basically saying that they need to get institutional people involved, and institutional people want safety. So, so XRP isn't the right move right now. Okay. So we got the, what should we do? News Explorer. I mean, let's just look at this. Let's just look at an article real quick, and then we're going to look at the actual lawsuit. Let's dive into ALGO. You guys ready? Okay. SEC charges Bittrex former CEO for operating unregistered securities exchange. There you go. So here we go. Just real quick. SEC criminal complaint alleges, because I'm not going to read through the entire damn thing. We'll read about the tokens in the actual lawsuit. But let's just get, Decrypt will do a good job at giving us the essence. The SEC's criminal complaint alleges the exchange failed to register as a broker-dealer, exchange, and clearing agency, taking in at least $1.3 billion in illicit revenue from 2017 to 2022. The lawsuit names Bittrex Global, and Bittrex co-founder and former CEO Bill Sahara. The enforcement action comes after Bittrex announced it was shutting down late last month, requesting users withdraw their funds from the platform by the end of the month. Bittrex has for years defied the regulatory structures and evaded the disclosure requirements that Congress and the SEC have, over the course of decades, constructed for the protection of the national securities markets and investors. Okay. The SEC's attempt to go after Bittrex represents the latest development in a string of enforcement actions brought by U.S. regulators, targeting several cryptocurrency exchanges, yada, yada. Kraken and Coinbase found themselves squarely in SEC's sights over products related to staking, while the Commodity Futures Trading Commission has gone after Binance for violating several derivatives trading rules. Today's action, yet again, makes plain that the crypto markets suffer from a lack of regulatory compliance, not a lack of regulatory clarity. Yeah, okay. Today, we're holding Bittrex accountable for its non-compliance. Tokens on Bittrex in the spotlight. The lawsuit notes that since the exchange's inception, it offered over 300 digital assets to investors. And though many of the tradable crypto assets on Bittrex have characteristics that allegedly resemble securities, a lawsuit specifically named 6 tokens as examples on Bittrex that include OMG Network, Dash, Algorand, Monolith, Naga, and Real Estate Protocol. Algorand is by far the largest token in the lawsuit by market capitalization, ranked 42nd among all tokens at 1.6 billion, according to CoinGecko. Now, also in the lawsuit, not in their section where they really broke it down, like I said earlier, Mana from Decentraland, which is a few spots just below CoinMarketCap, was also named a security. While the token was already in the red, Algorand fell further. But not by much, folks. This news would have hit markets so much harder in the past. So, and then it's just all the same bullshit. You know what's going on here. The SEC lawsuit accuses Bittrex of not only failing to register, but also putting profits over investor protections and listing certain tokens. I mean, it's all of this. However, even though it began removing certain crypto assets from its platform to avoid SEC scrutiny in April of 2019, the exchange allegedly brought back some in an attempt to stay relevant, including Dash and OMG. Yeah, got to stay relevant with Dash and OMG. Let's read. Okay, that's the SEC, but I want to read. Then we're already seeing reactions. Let's look at this real quick because it's right here. Weeble, dear valued clients, supported tokens on the Weeble platform are regularly reviewed for a myriad of factors. Based on these periodic reviews, Weeble and its partners may choose to modify, blah, blah, blah. ALGO and Mana will be closing only, effective immediately. ALGO and Mana will be delisted and fully suspended from trading on April 21st. So if you're holding ALGO, positions in any of the above tokens that are not liquidated by customers as of 5:45 Eastern on the 21st will be fully liquidated. The proceeds will be distributed to customers' linked funding accounts. Oh, well, yeah, you got to sell, brah. You can't send anything off of Weeble. You can't even send Bitcoin or Litecoin or anything off of Weeble. Sorry, I was just reading because Zcor said swap to BTC, send it out to DeFi, bridge it to ALGO, then swap back to ALGO. You could do all that. That's one way to do it. There's many different ways, but if you can't send anything off of Weeble, then you're gonna have to sell and go buy somewhere else. All right. What I want right now. Okay, there's some funny stuff I want to look at, but what I'm trying to see is I had it. I thought. All right. Well, we'll just have to do this. Okay, where is? Give me. This is a lawyer. The SEC is hoping for. This guy's good. Jeremy Hogan. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you guys can see all this. The SEC is hoping for a quick rollover from Bittrex, an easy-made case authority that the 6 tokens are securities. That's the game. The counter move is for the Algorand Foundation and the other 5 projects to intervene in the lawsuit. All right, but we're not going to dive into that until we. What I wanted, and I had it. I thought. Let me see. Let's not do that real quick. Here, let's go back here. Let's stop sharing. All right, I'm going to find this for you real quick. I mean, I'm sure you've already read it, but it's good for the flow here, unless I didn't queue it up. This guy's pretty funny. All right, that's not working. All right, that's all good. Okay, so let me go. Sorry, guys. Let me just figure this out real quick. I don't want to lose that because this guy's ridiculous. Let's go here. Here we go. Okay, we got it. I got it. Sweet. All right, let's just read the Bittrex statement real quick, and then we're going to move on. And I'm going to tell you where I see some silver linings. Okay, so here's the Bittrex statement. We're disappointed with the SEC's decision to bring an enforcement action against Bittrex as part of Chairman Gensler's larger crusade to drive cryptocurrency out of the United States. This is once again, I think, is Bittrex based out of Seattle or something? They are certainly a Delaware company, like, many companies. But yeah, it's just another low-hanging fruit that they're taking out and making sure that the crypto industry moves overseas. Wowzers. What a move. The impact of the SEC's approach of regulation by enforcement, which they're trying to deny, which is bullshit, will have a chilling effect on not just cryptocurrency in the United States, but on blockchain technology and innovation in general. While in operation, Bittrex provided a trading platform for digital assets. Securities were not offered or traded on Bittrex, nor did Bittrex offer any products that were investment contracts. For over 5 years, and despite multiple specific requests to do so, the SEC would not provide notice of the specific conduct that it thought violated the federal securities laws. Specifically, on multiple occasions, we asked them to tell us what digital assets on our platform they viewed as securities so that we could review and potentially delist them. They refused to do so. Bittrex operated within the parameters of the law at all times, and we look forward to vindicating our position in court. The SEC's actions will directly and substantially harm U.S. customers and U.S. employees in this industry and will ultimately put our country at a significant disadvantage in the development of blockchain technology, including uses far beyond cryptocurrency in the future. For the love of God. I mean, I agree with you, Bittrex, and it's ridiculous. And by the way, looking at all this crap, it's just, you want our feedback, SEC? Sorry. It's just, it almost doesn't even. So I'll show you guys real quick. All right. So like if you were wondering about the mana thing, For example, as a part of its evaluation of the crypto asset security known, this is the most, the most other other than Dash and Algo, Mana is also, you guys all know about Decentraland. There was a big moment, when everybody was going to the metaverse. Now we're all worried that, our AI robots are going to murder us in the near future in a wild AI hallucination where it decides that people are scary. We've moved on from that because before that, we were all going to live in a virtual world and we were all going to be disconnected from reality. I think we're still going to do that, and we're going to have robots come after us. It's great, guys. Everything is going well. Soon, there'll be robots smarter than us that will be able to murder us, but we'll be able to escape in a Ready Player One type of universe. Okay, just kidding. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's early, guys. I haven't been up at 4:30 in a while. Take a sip of coffee. Anyways, Mana, Bittrex recognized that the token had multiple factors that indicated this wonderful thing that they keep on calling scrubbing, by the way, in this lawsuit. It's like, oh, you mean Bittrex was making sure that they didn't use language that made it sound like a security? So people weren't induced into buying it. I mean, it's like they're using the fact that Bittrex was trying to be careful with the language that these tokens use as a totally a negative thing. You read this lawsuit and it's just kind of like, what are you guys doing? Okay, we got to get to Algo because what is it? It's almost 7 o'clock. I'm the best. All right. Received a discount ranging from 5. Okay, I don't care, but you see Mana's here too. Okay. So then we got, I think first up on the docket is OMG, the so-called OMG network. I don't really know a lot about OMG. I don't really care either. Okay, Dash. Now Dash is different and it's an interesting one to include. I'm not going to spend time reading through this, but it's been around since 2014. And it's a Bitcoin fork. So that's surprising. All right, but let's read. We're going to read through Algo. So obviously, everybody's first reaction was this. What? Algo? We all thought that, I personally thought, I was like, all right, well, Algo probably will get wrapped into this, but I would have never guessed that it would have been the first one for them to single out, especially we all see it. If you're on Twitter or any social media site, if you're on Reddit, Twitter, Discord, everybody's talking about all of those videos of Gary Gensler saying that it's wonderful technology and Uber could be built on it. His colleague, Silvio Macaulay, it's all sort of ridiculous. But I do read some things in this that might not be totally negative. I think that could be copium, whatever you want to call it. But all right, Algorand is a blockchain protocol founded by Silvio Macaulay. The Algorand blockchain uses a consensus algorithm called pure proof of stake, in which each user's ability to influence the choice of the new block is proportional to its stake. Great. Algo is a native token of the Algorand blockchain and is a maximum supply of 10 billion. Okay, we don't need to do all that. The Algorand Foundation conducted initial Algo token sale on or about June 19th, 2019, selling 25 million tokens at $240 per algo, raising approximately 60 million. In advance of the token sale, the Algorand Foundation promoted the token sale on Twitter and included a link to his website. Now, at any point, does it matter? And I think he's tried to say this in the past that it doesn't, but does it matter that none of this was available to U.S. customers? That this was not a U.S. sale, that United States citizens were not allowed to participate in this sale? All right. The Algorand Foundation promoted the June 19, 2019 token sale in part with a refund policy that allowed Algo investors to return the Algo to the Algorand Foundation 1 year later at 90% of the original purchase price. Sounds like a nice thing to do. Kind of protects their investment, doesn't it? Looks like the Algorand Foundation was doing a better job at protecting investors than the SEC currently is. But keep on taking those meetings with SBF, you cock. Just kidding. The Algorand Foundation explained the economic rationale behind the refund policy by noting its own belief in the commitment and to the value of Algo, stating, We believe in the underlying value of the Algorand blockchain, the algo, and the potential of the borderless economy. Our goal is to invest in the growth and blah blah blah. Okay, great. So yeah, so they believe in the Algorand blockchain. In other words, in promoting the Algo token, the Algorand Foundation tied the potential growth of the Algorand blockchain to potential demand for the token itself, and to its own commitment to preserving a price floor. Seems like a stretch. In or around August 2019, the Algorand Foundation publicly offered Algo investors an early refund opportunity, and Algo investors returned a total of approximately 20 million Algo tokens to the Algorand Foundation in exchange for a refund that was 85% of the original purchase price. In or around June 20th, Algo investors who did not refund their Algo tokens in August were publicly offered a second refund window. Algo investors returned a total approximately of 5 million Algo tokens for a refund that was 90% of the original purchase price. Through its rewards programs and incentive structures, the Algorand Foundation continued distributing tokens after the June 2019 token sale. As of September 2022, approximately 6.9 billion Algo were in circulation. Great. Today, Algo is available for buying, selling, and trading on crypto asset trading platforms in exchange for fiat currency or certain crypto assets, including Bitcoin. Algo was available for trading on the Bittrex platform and the Bittrex global platform from approximately April 2020 and is currently available on both platforms. From the time of its offering and continuing through the relevant period, Algo was offered and sold as an investment contract and therefore a security. Purchasers of Algo invested in a common enterprise. Today, two entities are responsible for Algorand. The Algorand Foundation, an organization purportedly focused on Algorand's protocol governance, token dynamics, and supporting grassroots open source development in the Algorand ecosystem, which was incorporated in Singapore. And two, Algorand Inc., a company purportedly focused on layer 1 development of the Algorand protocol and enabling enterprise adoption of Algorand blockchain technology. The Algorand Foundation and Algorand Inc. purportedly collaborate on projects and initiatives for the Algorand community. Shortly before the June 19, 2019 token sale, Steve Kokinos, former CEO of Algorand Inc., posted a publicly available article stating, "We will be holding our founders' tokens for the long term and will not be selling them. We will use our founders' tokens to participate in consensus and assist in securing the network. Though we will never represent more than 49% of the voting, we will use our founders' tokens to support the ecosystem and encourage development." The Algorand Foundation purportedly owns 500 million Algo tokens and the participation and governance rewards associated with those tokens. Also, members of the Algorand Foundation's board of directors and its advisory committee receive Algo as compensation. In addition to the tokens it owns, as of September 2022, the Algorand Foundation also controls over 3 billion Algo tokens and wallets publicly identified as for community and governance rewards, ecosystem support, and foundation endowment, signaling to the public that the Algorand Foundation would use the Algo tokens to support the Algo economy or ecosystem, as well as to reward itself and participants in the ecosystem. The price of all Algo tokens goes up or decreases together. Investors in Algo had a reasonable expectation of profits based on the efforts of others. The publicly available information disseminated by Inc. and Foundation led Algo investors to reasonably expect to profit from Algorand and the Algorand Foundation's efforts to grow the Algorand protocol, which would in turn potentially increase demand for and therefore the value of the Algo token itself. In public statements on Twitter, as well as their respective websites, Algorand Inc. and Foundation promote the Algorand protocol. Until approximately May 14th, 2022, the Algorand Foundation promoted that Algo investors could receive participation rewards, purportedly a form of staking by delegation, by participation in the Algorand ecosystem via holding Algo in an online wallet. As of approximately May 14th, 2022, the Algorand Foundation publicly stated that it would replace the participation rewards that Algo holders were entitled to receive with so-called governance rewards. The Algorand Foundation described governance as a way for investors to make investment returns on their Algo purchases, stating it is a decentralized program which allows Algo holders to vote on the future of Algorand, and the best way to earn rewards for holding Algo with APY of 10 to 14% seen in previous periods. The Algorand Inc. and Foundation website tout their team's technical experience and expertise in the areas of cryptography and business development. For example, blending technical mastery and professional stability. The Algorand team consistently consists of internationally recognized researchers, mathematicians, cryptographers, and economists, along with proven business leaders from global technology companies. I mean, literally, this is basically kind of like what Gary Gensler did himself at MIT on a couple of different occasions, touting the incredible tech, Silvio Macaulay, and how fast it would be, how fast it is, and how Uber could be built on it. All of those things that we're seeing so much right now that we've known about, that I've talked about on the show. I have talked about for years Gary Gensler saying things like this as a reason for if the exact thing that is happening right now, it may be a benefit to Algorand. And are we sure that this still isn't? So let's continue. In March 2022 report, the Algorand Foundation publicly stated that it had started a new program to incentivize the growth of the ecosystem, which is fundamental need of a maturing blockchain. The program includes a series of loans to help the growth of our DeFi network and to expand the institutional investments in the ecosystem. The Algorand ecosystem team facilitates the development and growth of the ecosystem and developer pipeline, including undiluted funding, technical onboarding, and standardization conventions for ASAs, wallets, and AVM. Algorand Inc. and the foundation also take steps to incentivize third parties to participate and attract users to the Algorand protocol. For example, in or around 2022 February, the Algorand Foundation announced a $10 million incentive for developers that can make the Algorand blockchain compatible with applications built on the Ethereum blockchain. Also, in or around February 2022, the Algorand Foundation announced a section of its website called ALGO Hub, a virtual community designed to grow the pipeline of Algorand developers. Nobody tell them about AlgoKit. These statements led reasonable algo investors throughout the relevant period to expect that the demand for algo would likely increase based on Algorand Inc.'s and Algorand Foundation's efforts to increase demand for the Algorand technology, thereby resulting in a price increase for algo. These statements led reasonable algo investors throughout the relevant period to expect that the demand for algo would likely increase based on Algorand Inc.'s and Algorand Foundation's efforts to increase demand for the Algorand technology. Well, folks, okay, look. Now, I didn't read 100% closely the other complaints, but I did look through them, and it does seem like there's a couple of things that happened. They point out Steve Kokinos, which has been long gone. They point out participation rewards moving to governance rewards, which is long gone. And they're also, well, meaning participation rewards are gone. Also, they point out and they repeat several times that it is during the relevant period. The statements led reasonable algo investors throughout the relevant period to expect that the demand for algo. So the hope is that, because if you're looking at this, you're like, okay, wow, really? Like, isn't he friends with Silvio Macaulay, or is he friends? I don't know. I don't know that they've ever called each other friends. But I do know that he's called him a colleague. He's also touted Turing Award winner. He's touted, Silvio's gravitas, and he's also touted the technology, which makes it super weird that he would lead with algo based on he knows that those videos exist of him saying good things about Algorand around the same time as these sales. I think it might be potentially like right before these sales happened. So maybe that's why he feels safe. I have no idea. But it's odd that Algo would be the one that they led with. And I think that's part of what like the crypto community's reaction to this is like, well, why would you lead with Algorand? Now, I would say that obviously all of this isn't great because we know the worst case scenario, right? And we see it with Weeble. I mean, you guys don't hold what you want on any of these exchanges, like a Weeble. Voyager did it too. I think Uphold does it for a lot of different tokens. Like, if you cannot transfer it out, do not hold it on there. You're going to get stuck in what that poor guy was stuck with, where he is just going to have to sell it at whatever a loss, at whatever rate that they have. And, you're just forced into it, whatever the swap is. And so you kind of don't want to do that. So just please get self-custody your cryptocurrency right now. All right. Now, obviously the danger here is people follow suit like Weeble and they start just delisting. Now, Weeble is a stock, they are they sell stocks, folks. That's their main business. They got into crypto during the bull market. They could care less. They're like anything that the SEC says they're just going to comply. So Weeble isn't a great example. They also have, they're already in a dicey situation. Let's just put it that way. And so that isn't necessarily a sign that there's bad things to come. But obviously, if you can't swap your algo to dollars and send it to your bank account and you're just stuck with your algo, you just don't know. And you don't know what's going to happen. Are DeFi protocols in the Algorand ecosystem going to get spooked? What's going down? Those are the worries. But I guess my point is, looking at this, some of the main things that they talk about, and they name Steve Kokinos, long gone. There's no CEO anymore, but Steve Kokinos is long gone. Participation rewards, long gone. It feels like to me, either this is another example of the SEC taking on low-hanging fruit. Probably it sounds like Steve Kokinos is long gone because of some of this stuff that we're hearing right now. It seems like probably participation, like I speculated back in the day. I was like, this sounds like a regulatory move. This sounds like they are trying to comply with regulators. This is what we talked about. We talked about this in algo rants many, many years ago, folks. Not many, many years ago, but over a year ago, we were talking about this. And I was saying, okay, well, participation rewards to governance rewards. And that's why I've been pounding the drum on why we need governance. And we need it to be more than just theater. It needs to be truly decentralized governance. So as far as we can push that, hopefully, and we haven't gotten a statement, and I'll check after this. Maybe you guys in the comments can tell me if we've gotten a statement from the foundation or if there's any breaking news that I missed. But so they get rid of Kokinos. They get rid of participation rewards, and there's a heavy emphasis in here about the relevant period. Now, it seems to me through some and then some of this, like these sales weren't available to U.S. customers. So it seems unlikely that ALGO is the next XRP. Hopefully. So I'm seeing that it's possible that our main problems, my point is that it's possible our main problems with the SEC are in the rearview mirror. And we can move forward. All right. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying? You guys still listening? You guys still like me? Did you guys see this dude? Let's look at this dude.
Looks like you were promoting Algorand, and then you made it again.
All right, sorry.
Oh, Gary, looks like you fucked up a little, Mr. Gensler. Looks like you were promoting Algorand, and then you made it a goddamn security. You promoted a security, you made it a security, now you gotta give yourself a goddamn fine. Go to jail, Gary. Oh, Gary, looks like you fucked up a little, Mr. Gensler. Looks
like for whatever reason, I could keep on watching that. And then there was another thing. Let's look at it. That was, by the way, I had posted, there was an article. I want to give a shout out to Taco Coin for pointing this out to me. Algorand suffers significant losses following SEC's chair's remarks. Did we? I think we're actually up or close. U.S. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler declared Algorand as an unregistered security. Uh-oh, folks. Your boy Coop's in trouble. The Algorand's an unregistered security. Little do they know that the Algorand doesn't make me dick. We'll be bringing that back. There's going to be a lot of changes. This is an exciting week, folks. The ReCoop turns 2 years old on Friday, and I've got some giveaways. And you've got to be here. By the way, I guess I'll announce this all week, but I'll say it right now because it's on my mind. You got to be in the room, in the chat, in order to win some stuff that been donated. Let's just start with a guy named Stitch, a guy named Ventral, and a guy named Jorge. All three of those and some other very, very generous folks, a guy named Bank on Algorand as well, and some other generous folks have supplied some really cool stuff for the giveaway. So Friday's going to be fun, and you've got to be one of the dudes or gals. Dudes can be gals, kind of, if they're your friend. If they're your friend, sorry guys, I'm losing my mind. It's okay. Share this. Let's watch this guy real quick. It's going to take a minute and 26 seconds. I wanted to kind of watch this with you guys, so I haven't really even watched this.
Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Great technology. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Great technology. Algorand. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Uber on top of it. Great technology.
Oh no, Gary Shilling shit's going to get.
Hey, shut up.
Declaring that they are security. It's time to no longer pretend that he's never been genuine. Oh, and begins to in the bread. What goes on inside your head? Well, you have to pay a fine for shilling on company time.
Gary, looks like you fucked up a little, Mr. Gensler. Looks like you were promoting ALGO, and then you made it a goddamn security. Go directly to
Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Great technology. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Great technology. Algorand. Sylvia McCally's Algorand.
go directly to
Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Great technology. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Great technology. Sylvia McCally's Algorand. Uber on top of it. Great technology. The best performance you could create. Uber on top of it. The question is then who would update this?
I just played that super loud in my house when everyone was sleeping. There we go. So that was pretty fucking funny, wasn't it? These people, guys, like, hey, like they're talking about it. We're always talking about, in the Algorand community, like nobody gives us any love. Well, they're giving it. Sure, I didn't know who he is. Oh, Gabriel Haynes, Dottie, I love you, dude. What a funny guy. Is this something that he does a lot? Because it's funny. All right, he's just a weird man. In his video, I like it when he kind of messes up. It's like my favorite part for some reason. Okay, do you guys want me to so you can spare yourself? Let's look real quick. This woman's a good she's a good follow if you don't follow her. So Gary Gensler's prepared testimony for tomorrow. What you got, Gary? What's Gary going to say in about 10 minutes? What is it? Oh, right now. Guys, don't rush away to go catch Gary. I can read you what he's about to say. Okay? And then hopefully a whole bunch of people are going to be like, you should be fired, jerk. Okay, there's a whole crypto section. There's always a whole crypto section. Private funds. Did I pass it? AI. Crypto. Congress gave the commission a mandate to protect investors regardless of the labels or technology used. Nothing about the crypto markets is incompatible with the securities laws. As I've said numerous times, the vast majority of crypto tokens are securities. The investing public generally is buying crypto tokens because those investors are anticipating a profit and hoping for a better future. These thousands of tokens often are supported by websites and social media accounts, and generally there are entrepreneurs backing them. The public generally is counting on the efforts of other humans behind these tokens to generate profits on their investment. Given that most crypto tokens, by the way, in a lot of ways, sometimes people are rooting on me to be successful as a YouTuber to help Algorand. This isn't just the people behind these accounts that people are banking on for a better future. People see me and they think, oh, well, Cooper's actually kind of funny. He's got a wonderful chin. Maybe this guy can help Algorand become successful. It's like we're people are just looking at people to create, to do something. Anybody. It's a more decentralized thing than that. I just talked about my chin. Come on, guys. Like, look, when things are obvious, you just got to say, you know what I'm saying? Look at this chin and check out all that gray hair. I've even got one on my eyebrow. It's sad. All right. Crypto intermediaries, whether they call themselves centralized or decentralized, often prove an amalgam of services that typically are separated from each other in the rest of the securities markets. Exchange functions, broker-dealer functions. Okay, so he's going to talk about how these are all, commingled in, one exchange. And I don't really mind them making sure that these exchanges are held to a certain standard. But let's just not ruin this. And can you tailor the laws to this innovative financial system, right? Can you actually work with the community? Because everybody, Coinbase, who's now threatening to go overseas, everybody that is being sued by the stupid, and obviously all of them. Look, if Bittrex can be sued for Algorand, nothing's safe. Coinbase is they've already been told that they're about to be sued for selling unregistered securities. Kraken is going to get sued for unregistered securities. Crypto.com is going to get sued for that. I mean, if that's what they're going to do and they're just going to go down the law, but does anybody actually even care anymore? And does it even seem like they could win? I'm starting to lose faith in this. I mean, lose faith. I lost faith, but just meaning I don't know how potent these people are. I don't know, Gary. You're kind of looking kind of weak. And can you imagine, obviously and hopefully, and I'll tune in as much as I can, hopefully these representatives are going to be like, bro, you were touting Algorand. It's all over the internet. Well, I don't know. Well, we'll see what freaking Gary Face says. It's the law. It's not the choice. Calling yourself a DeFi, and so they're going after DeFi. Crypto investors should benefit from compliance with the same laws that Rayburn and Roosevelt laid out to protect against fraud, manipulation, front-running, wash sales, and other misconduct. As Justice Thurgood Marshall put it so well, Congress's purpose in enacting the securities laws was to regulate investments in whatever form they are made and by whatever name they are called. It's the law, not a choice. Calling yourself a DeFi platform, for instance, is not an excuse to defy the securities laws. Right now, unfortunately, this market is rife with noncompliance. This noncompliance not only puts investors at risk, but also puts at risk the public's trust in our capital markets. The commission has spoken directly to crypto market participants in enforcement actions and a number of rule proposals. The best execution rule I noted earlier would cover all securities, including crypto asset securities. While our current investment advisor custody rule already applies to crypto funds and securities, our recent proposal updating that rule would cover all crypto assets and enhance the protections that qualified custodians provide. I also note that staff has stated their view on public company accounting related to crypto assets and disclosure regarding significant crypto asset market developments. Lastly, we just issued a release reopening a comment period on a proposal related to trading platforms, which focus specifically on comments from crypto market participants. Oh, yes, your comment period. Can you imagine them saying that you need to come in and register? And literally everybody that has, you got to imagine that Steve Kokinos being outed, participation wars being outed, was in an effort and in collaboration with the SEC trying to accommodate these jerk-offs. And just like Kraken was trying to do, just like Coinbase was trying to do, just by everybody, and they all get hit because the SEC is just concerned about shutting this down. I'm sorry that I use expletives, folks. All right, there we go. Let's talk to you guys for a second. Let's see how you guys are doing. Maybe we should check real quick. Let's just see how the market's opened. Let's do this real quick. Markets, well, the Dow didn't like it, but the NASDAQ is even. SEC's Gensler in congressional hot seat today over climate change and crypto. All right, CoinDesk. And I have to check with you guys. Did I miss something? Have we got a statement from we're still in the red. I mean, still in the green. I guess it's pushed down a little bit, but not really. Silvio Macaulay's Algorand. Silvio Macaulay's Algorand. Decentralized app. Okay, we don't care about that. All right, let's look at you guys. How are you guys doing? Thanks for sticking with me, folks. How are you feeling? What's going on? Let's start here. What is that? 621. That's a while ago. I'm sorry I'm missing this. Yep. Delisting. We talked about that. The SEC are going to claim 99% of all cryptocurrencies are securities. Funny to watch from Europe. Yeah. You know, like I said, the past 2 months, I'm looking into something new. Cooper, look into it also. Maybe some of you know about it. It's XRD, and it's doing amazing the past 4 months. Okay, I don't know what XRD is. Damn, that's what I was concerned about too, delisting and exchanges to get distance themselves. I know. Well, that's what you would have to worry about is that, you know, they mention it. So everyone's going to be like, okay, we just like this panic and chase. And it's, you know, is it worth it? Do they find it worth it to continue? Do they make enough money off Algo? Weeble probably doesn't make enough money off Algo. And so they're just like, we're gone. Fine. Mana, Algo, done. They'll probably get rid of their whole entire crypto thing in order to save themselves so they can continue to have their exchange in the United States. Hopefully that's not the case, because if that is the case, you know, we're in trouble because you can't buy it or you can't sell it. It's going to go down. It just puts more barriers. Now, hopefully this stuff is in the past, like we just talked about. Yeah, read that. My concern, Christian's concern, this is still a half hour ago, so I'm way behind on these comments. My concern is that some exchanges might drop Algo because, yeah, okay. We just talked about that. Explain the doomsday. Also, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot that I don't know what I want those people to say. Honestly, the foundation or Inc. I don't know, you know, I don't know how they should respond. They obviously have to be careful. C-Core, you did a interview with Jerry at Lofty. He has some good insights. Okay. Oh, you did an interview inside the Algonauts like general Discord? Z-Core's a smart guy. Yeah, they said they'll move offshore. Vestige review. Time for the vestige charts. People are like, where are my vestige charts? Silvio Macaulay's Algorand. Let's make sure that we got this going here. How you doing? How you doing, ASAs? Over 22 cents. DeFi is pushing up a little bit over the last hour, but down 9% over the last day. Opulus has been sitting in this range of 15 to 20 cents for a bit. A very well-performing ASA, one of the best performing ASAs that we got, the best performing ASA that we've got. Like, let's be honest. With a first-class team and, people that know what they're doing on some level. Bank had a big, I guess, candle up. I don't really, bank is bank. DeFi night, look at that. That's looking pretty good. That's bank on Algorand. There we go. At this point, there's so low liquidity that it kind of just moves with Algo. But this is an incredible site. If you are interested in Algo ASAs, Vestige is your spot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right. Stop sharing that. All right. Time to check. Share your screen, Coop. I caught it pretty. Share your screen, Coop. I caught it pretty quickly, didn't I, guys? Vieta. Coop, screen. I didn't catch it that soon. Oh, is Snowden a founder of Dash? What was the other one? 409. Snowden is a founder of a more popular one. wasn't Dash. Do it in drag. I'm good. I'll do almost anything. I'm not really into the drag thing. Oh, you're late. Thanks, John. Hit the like button, all 70 on with only 30 seconds. Hey, come on, let's get those likes, subscribe. Make sure if you're okay. I said this earlier, but if you've been following my show for a bit, I want to reward you. It's a 2-year anniversary of the ReCoop on this Friday. Exactly, it'll be 2 years from the first video that I posted, and I have some incredible prizes for you. I swear. I have Algorand hat. I have a Mingo. I have a Goot. I have a lot of cool shit. I have a Pixel Pup. I have some great stuff to give to you. I have bots. I have some fun stuff. It's going to be great, and I want to reward the folks that are in this chat. So you guys are going to win this stuff. Yeah, you guys should also follow the ReCoop. Turn on the notifications, do all the things, send a comment. Why don't you put a comment on this video and tell me, how much you like me. This Gensler is a clown. I mean, for real, he really is. It's so soothing watching Coop process what he reads. There is, I have been accused of the past of being, transparent. So I'm glad that you guys can see me. The idea of the show, and I've told you guys this, is especially these first 3 months, I am transitioning towards, okay, we gotta, take this to the next level. But really, all I've been doing for these couple of months that I've started this morning show is press go and try to navigate the noise in a fun way, and hopefully, you guys enjoy it. And so we'll get there. Algorand's an asset that is used to transact, vote, and secure the network. It's no different to oil in some respects. Oil companies work less to raise prices or restrict supply. And what about when OPEC was manipulating the market because they want oil to be more expensive? Was sold as a security is not the same as is a security. Right. And there's also the idea that these things can evolve over time. They've talked about this. The SEC has acknowledged that this can happen. The SEC has acknowledged that this can happen, that something can start as a security and then evolve over time. Now, the secondary sale of ALGO is no longer a security. Now, maybe Bittrex, and I don't know the details on this, but if I remember correctly, they listed ALGO in April, which is super early. And I might be getting this wrong, but it's super early on in ALGO. So maybe they're one of the first to list ALGO. And there's something to do with how early they were in listing it. I don't know. There is something suspicious that ALGO's the first one out of the gate. It's just, what is this? So I'm hoping that first one out of the gate, they don't have to deal with it anymore. They've already talked about ALGO. They can't be accused of being in bed with Silvio. But the way they framed it did make it sound, and maybe I'm being optimistic. Maybe this is truly copium and hopium, but it did make it sound like their digressions, Algorand's digressions, were within a relevant time period that they explicitly stated, and that's the Kokinos era and participation reward era, and we've moved into this glorious decentralized governance era. Can we fix that? What's up, Algobama? I heard some good news about you, buddy. I'm not going to announce it on my show, but I heard some good news about you. You look great over there in New York. Great. You had a tweet about this, about how Gary made you buy ALGO. And I think last I saw like 2,000 likes. Bama going viral. Big asset in the Algorand NFT community, Algorand community in general. Steve is still an advisor. Let's just get Steve out of there. Just kidding. Steve is a very rich man on ALGO. I don't believe Gary would deliberately ruin Silvio Macaulay's legacy. It seems, yeah, right? Okay, fine if true, but why the community like that? I don't believe for a minute Gary would destroy Silvio's legacy. Yeah, Coinbase, Wells Notice hasn't had an action yet, but they told him they're going to do it, which is clearly coming. But it's just so weird that they continue to let all of these exchanges sell unregistered securities. I guess because they don't have the legal authority, really. All they can do is throw out these threats and hope that Congress works with them. Pedro says, what do you think about the no official statements from Foundation Inc? It's been 24 hours. I think I probably talked about this since you asked it, Pedro, but I would say that they've got to be careful. They've got to be careful. I'd love to hear Silvio, with bring in the lawyers, have Silvio and the lawyers work out a statement, galvanize the troops. Everybody's watching right now. I mean, this is the bright side, folks. The bright side, and it seems trivial, but it's not. Hopefully, this is contained to a relevant period. And if it is, and there is something positive on the other side of this, a lot more people are knowing about Algorand. Okay, we hear you. That dude is hilarious. Got to pull up that NFT song. Okay, I did it. So you guys knew I was on it. Remember him going viral during FTX meltdown? Yeah, I don't. I think I do now remember that guy, Gabriel. Oh my God. Gary. And it's just when he stumbles. I don't know. When he stumbles, that made the whole video for me. Oh, God. So funny. Yes, Gabriel Haynes will bring the credibility, integrity, and gravitas that crypto needs. Fire Gary Gensler. Yes. Algorand Coop. I expected big return from Coop coin. You don't even have any Coop coin. There's only like 3 of you out there that have a Coop coin that will never have any value. Oh, and by the way, Gary, if you're listening, Gary Gensler, not Gary the glitter guy. I was under the impression, because Gary Gensler said so, that Algorand was amazing. I had no idea that you guys considered it an unregistered security. So if you're watching, anybody's watching, the ReCoop in the last couple of years, I was completely under the impression that I was talking about a commodity and exciting future tech. So please don't hurt me. And Coop NFTs. Well, Coop NFTs are there, and they're never going away, folks. So please don't insist that I'm some amazing NFT creator, because I didn't even create those damn NFTs. Bank on Algorand created them, pushed them my way, and said, "Okay, you're welcome." And I'm like, okay, but I keep on getting DMs about when I'm going to make people rich, and I've never said I was going to. I thought this was funny. But we'll get you some access, and we'll have some fun, and there'll be a V2. I just need to find something that people, we're good. SEC leaking alpha on new Coops. Okay, would you guys stop talking about that? What? Gary. I love that guy. When a coin gets labeled a security, it's bullish. That's right. Only 3 people. Oh, woo. I think 409 might be one of them. Are you one of them? Yeah, no, I mean, XRP wasn't. Yeah, nice to see. What is happening there? Guys, let's just not become XRP. XRP community is the worst. Any community based solely on financial is toxic and disgusting with no future. If they'll let me, that'll be my new intro song. Most publicity we've ever gotten. Algorand anthem for 2023. SEC put us on the map. Let's go. I mean, it kind of did. Like, come on. He's often shirtless and in pajamas. Funny dude. Run into your sleeping family's rooms and yell, "Oh, Harry!" I can hear them. They're all awake, listening to me say, "Oh, Gary," 3. I'm wondering why daddy's brain is broken. What he's saying is that if Congress wants the laws to change, then Congress has to do that. Bullish on Coop's chin. The Crimson chin. What are you guys doing? Hello, Coop's thoughts. He's got a wonderful chin. Guys, I wanted to breaking news. Wanted to tell you about my wonderful chin. What time is it? It's 7:20. Shit. Okay, listen, I have to skip to the end. I gotta go, guys. So Dash made a statement. Okay, I can't wait to hear Dash's statement. Gary's up. All right, let's watch Gary. Foundation should use Chat GPT to make a statement. Coops, have a utility for the access to the channel on the Algonauts Discord. We're going to look into that and we're going to get that set up. Gary's live right now. He just asked, what is Ether? Have a nice day. This is okay. I got to go. I want to put that on. All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually my birthday. So you're going to have to say happy birthday tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to turn 40. Doesn't matter. See you guys later. Bye.